Ladies and gentlemen, friends and viewers, squad members, fucking here today, we are going to be doing a Mythos. I haven't done one of these in forever. Today we're going to be talking about Aratron, the Olympian spirit of Saturn. That's right, Saturn. Please note that everything written in this is completely just not real. This is not high-res, this is me. This is me, Falcon. Please also note that everything in here, ignore the numbers. The numbers don't really matter. I just put the numbers there for placeholders. They do not matter. Okay, so that said, let's go. Passive, unstable mana. Aratron's mana contribution to his abilities and basic attack increase as he has less mana to sustain his body. A max of 20% at 20% remaining mana, or mana remaining. This means, you know, it scales up as he goes lower in mana. His first ability is Phase. Aratron teleports 10 meters in the direction that he is moving, or whatever button you're pressing, and applies any on-hit effects or ability effects, and applies the debuff Excessive Power to the enemy. This ability has 3 charges and can be used, but cannot be used without line of sight, so you can't teleport through a wall. In fact, it may not even be a long enough distance to teleport through a wall. So it's like a really, really quick kind of thing. And it's kind of similar to Rama's roll, where he rolls in the direction he's pressing, but it's like that mixed with Rat's ability. But it does 0 damage. Doesn't give him a cripple, but if he uses it to get past an enemy, they get this debuff put on them. What does this debuff do? Well, it causes the next ability or basic attack that Aratron casts on this target to deal bonus damage. 1 to 5% per stack lasts 5 seconds, and a max of 6 stacks. We'll get over how you actually manage to place 6 stacks on somebody in a second. So his next ability is Disruption. Aratron fires a beam of arcane energy that deals damage and disrupts God's mana. Disrupting God's mana means you destroy their mana per ability used. It does 90 to 350 damage with 60% scaling, and the mana disruption is 1 to 5%. So his next ability is the biggest text one, at least. It is Siphon. Aratron fires a beam of energy that links to a target enemy that slowly drains the health of the enemy and gives it to Aratron, so it's a lifesteal. The enemy Aratron is linked to deals damage to nearby enemies of Aratron, but he does not receive aggro. Allies near Aratron while he is linked receive 10% of the healing he gains. This ability lasts until Aratron runs out of mana, line of sight is broken, or the enemy moves out of range. So this is think Aphrodite, but linked to an enemy. The range increases as he puts points into it, so 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, Smite meters, whatever their unit thing is called, and it costs mana per tick. So you link up to somebody, and you just kind of move around, and if they stay near their enemy, or if they stay near their creep, they're going to kill their own creeps. Whereas if you stay near your creeps, you're going to heal your creeps. So it's kind of an interesting, obviously they can run and break line of sight, but if you just link to them and they don't really try to get away, you're just going to constantly do mana. You can also cancel the ability as well, because it doesn't make sense if you can't. Now then, the ability that causes everything to come together seems very minor, and maybe it is, but I don't think so. So his last ability is called Shift. Aratron turns invisible for a short duration. All ability cooldowns are reduced to 0. Remember that first ability, Phase? You can then apply Phase 3 times, then Shift, then Phase again 3 more times. It resets all 3 stacks. And then you can hit them with a Disruption. Or you'd probably do Disruption, you wouldn't do Siphon. So, you probably will basic attack them. Will be the thought behind it. That plus Polynomicon would probably be broken and the numbers would need to be fixed. But that's the basic concept of the character. It's a very quick moving mage. So think Giannis, but doesn't have portals, doesn't have like a group save. If he uses his combo to do damage, he has no other way of getting out. He's not exactly a boxer, right? He doesn't have the damage of a assassin. I mean, he has the burst damage if he can get all of his stuff on them. But really, he shines in chasing and executing. Stuff like that. You could easily phase, shift, turn invisible, and then get away. It'd probably be like however long Loki's is, I guess, probably. Actually, maybe a little bit longer. Since it is kind of it's an ultimate, so it does kind of need to be a bit more powerful. Maybe it would add magic power as well. So there's some thoughts. Like the ability would actually add magical power to his next ability. No, that just seems too much. Just add magical power. Yeah, I guess I just add magical power until the next ability used. he would literally be a one-shot pony. I don't know if I like that now, but I still love the concept. This was kind of inspired by Tracer from that game that I can't think of because it's not that important to me. But yeah, just kind of a cool little concept that I enjoy. I thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and may the force be with you, or something. Don't forget to follow, like, subscribe, blah, 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 blah.